Hey guys, welcome to Tablenauts. I'm Doolin.
I'm Doolin, number 2.
And we're gonna do a quick review of one of our favorites from this last year called The Initiative by Corey Knitska. It's actually Emily's Game of the Year. We were extra and bought some Tablenauts Game of the Year stickers that we've stuck on these. But we want to talk to you not only about why we like it, but also maybe some things that we don't like necessarily about it, things that we think they could improve. And then on top of that, we'll end with just our final thoughts of who we think this game is actually for. So to get started, a little bit about this game. It is a cooperative campaign-ish game. It implements hand management. It implements code breaking for 1 to 4 players. You and whoever else you choose to play along with it will take the control of these kids who find this board game at a yard sale for $5, which I feel like a lot of us could maybe relate to a little bit. And they take it home and immediately start playing it, and then strange things start happening. Think Jumunngi maybe a little bit, where things in reality begin to change because of the way that they're playing the game. This guy starts chasing after them, and all of these hidden secrets begin to reveal themselves throughout this campaign. And the reason that it's a game within a game, and it's kind of hard to explain why or how you play this, is because you're going to be playing as the kids playing the game, but then in between you go to this comic book, and this comic book has extra choices that you have to make. It has extra secrets involved throughout the campaign. It has extra, even little mini games. So getting into our thoughts, Emily, this is your game of the year.
Yeah.
What is your favorite thing about The Initiative?
I really like how each round, again, you have the game that you're playing, but then at the end you normally have some sort of secret you're trying to decode.
Yeah.
There's some surprises and stuff that come up that are really awesome. It just makes for a really good gaming experience.
Yeah, the secrets are pretty incredible.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever played a game like this.
No.
And I would agree with you, because I think we've talked about this before, but one of our favorite experiences to have together as we code break. I've never seen Emily more excited about a game.
When I was in middle school and high school, my friend and I had a code that we would use so that teachers couldn't read our notes.
Yeah, you guys would write fluently.
Yeah, we could read and write it like English.
Yeah, and in this game, there's moments where even in the rule book, as you learn how to play, you'll see just gibberish written places. You're like, what is that? But as you play, ciphers will be found.
Yeah.
And Emily and I both have moments where we remember cards that we've used before, or we remember parts of the rule book, or different things that we've seen. We're like, oh, we can decode this now. There's just so many secrets. I think 60 or 70 secrets in this game. And even after we finish the campaign, we have these extra missions that have even more secrets that we've not seen, new ciphers to find. There's just a lot in this base box.
Yeah, I thought that was cool too. Even after we finish the campaign, there's still extra stuff you can do and extra ways you can play the game. You're not just done with it.
Yeah, because if you just finished the story, I would say you have, I think there's 15 missions.
It's 15.
Yeah, which each mission maybe lasts you about 20 to 30 minutes, would you say? So that's probably a good 7 hours, 8 hours of content, which for most board games that are like this, campaign games, that's pretty solid for how cheap it is. But then afterward, you probably have another 30 hours of content that you don't get a story, but you still get secrets, you still get codes, and you still get to play the base game as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of that base game though, and Emily, do you have, this is where we're going to talk about things we think they can improve, or things that we think maybe fell a little flat. Emily, do you have any issues with this game at all?
No.
Where would you rank this?
It's perfect.
You know what, we're gonna save this for a different video, but I'm looking forward to find out in your top games of all time where this holds up, because I know that you have a lot of bangers that you love. But for me, there is one way I think this game could at least improve some, and it might just be the way we played it. So I don't want to just take away points for this entirely, but I will say the base board game that they're playing, that you play as them playing, over and over and over again. It's the way you get, you use like the Wheel of Fortune, like cool piece, which is amazing. I love that piece. But the game in which you get the codes to open up and find out what that is and get to the really, really fun parts, which is the in-between moments, it can feel a little repetitive, especially after a lot of plays, and especially if you play more than one mission in one sitting. I got to the point where I didn't really care about that. What I wanted was to get the code so that I could go into the fun part, which is the decoding, which is defining the secret, which is reading the secrets, which is defining more secrets. Like all of that stuff was awesome, and probably one of my favorite things that I've had in board games. But the in-between, like the game itself, where you're playing the cards and you're moving around the map and you're finding all these things, it can feel a little repetitive. I will say, there are things that, if we're trying to be spoiler-free, happen that do keep that fresh to some degree. They'll add in extra things throughout the game, like a good campaign, like a good legacy game does, where they add extra rules, where they add extra things that can stop you, where they even change the game dramatically. That happens in this game, and there were times where I was thinking, okay, is this it? Is this it? Are we gonna play this for another 8, 9, 10 missions? And then they change it again, and I'm like, oh, this is really fun again. It draws me back in. Does that make sense?
So it's not repetitive.
It kind of is, though. Like I don't know. It's if I'm trying to find the one thing that I think isn't a 100 in this game, if I'm really trying to be a good reviewer, that is the area I think it could improve. All right, Emily. Final thoughts. Who do you think this game is for? Who do you think would enjoy this game?
Okay, I think, so the people that recommended this game to us were Jeff and Jamie from Foster the Meeple, and they highly recommended that we get it. We got it, we played all of it, we absolutely loved it, and they did too. And so I think it is something that's really fun experience for couples, or really, you know, even like families, or I just think it's like a really fun bonding experience.
You and I had a blast together.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely think that it might work best at 2. If you're by yourself, you might not have as much fun playing the game.
Didn't you play it solo for a little bit?
I did. I learned this game solo. I wasn't sure about it, and I played it, and I was like, this is okay. I hadn't really got to any secrets. I was just playing, like learning the game, and by myself, I did not have as much fun. But with another person, Emily and I dived deep into this, played through the whole campaign, and are in the extra missions now, and are having, like, there's times where we're just like, we want to play the initiative, we want to get this back out. I think this game would also be perfect for those of you that are really into escape room games, or who are into detective style games, or even just like detective shows. You like to figure things out, you like to find secrets, you like to try to guess what's going to happen in a show or a movie before it happens. Like, this is for you, because there are plenty of moments where you're gonna have that sort of like eureka, like I got it type of moment, and we both had those. So it wasn't just one person dominating.
Yeah.
There was plenty for both of us to be doing at the same time. And then there are some secrets in this that like
blew my mind.
yeah, that are just incredible.
This game, like, I legitimately, like, each day when we would play this, I would look forward to playing this and coming into our game room and getting all settled and playing the initiative. Like, I was ready every day to play this. This game had me hooked until we finished.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
We've played a few like code-breaking detective style games since. Has anything touched?
No.
Yeah.
I really hope that they come out with a second one.
Yeah. We do have his second game, Corey Konitska's company here, which is Voices in My Head, but it is not at all like the initiative. It's more of a party game. It's for 3 to 8 players, which we're gonna try.
I would still like to try.
But Unexpected Games, you blew us out of the.
Oh yeah.
Like you
lived up to the name, Unexpected.
So. This is where we're going to end the actual review of this if you've not played the game. This hopefully convinced you enough to maybe go try it for yourself.
Get it.
Yes, go get it. And then after you've played it all the way through,
watch this.
then you can watch this very, very last
Not
little
before.
bit. So again, we're just gonna click away to some like elevator music, and we're gonna wait for you to go away. This is your last and final warning. Emily.
Yeah.
We are now allowed to finally talk about how amazing
gosh.
this game is and all of the spoilers that are involved. Okay, so first off,
Hopefully you better have played it already.
you better have played it
before you
already.
watch this.
Or at least gotten to like the big
Reveal.
reveal. So let's just talk about it. What is your favorite thing that happened while
Okay.
playing this game?
My favorite thing that happened was the second board
Okay, yeah, like
that I
what?
had no idea we were literally playing on.
Yeah. So explain that. So like it was the
So-
same. It was the board we were playing on the whole game, right?
Yeah. It was just taped up and,
we didn't know.
It was double folded and we didn't know. And one of the clues was like, I don't remember what it was exactly, but it was like,
Like split the board or something
Yeah.
like something dumb like that. We were like, that. This isn't what it
No.
means. This isn't what it actually wants us to
and
do.
then there was like a help in the book.
This was like one of the only times we checked the help book.
We checked the help book just to make sure. I was like, I don't want to tear up the board.
we even text Jeff and Jay. We were like, is this really
what I'm
what?
supposed to do?
Emily starts ripping, and that was one thing. It did not come off very cleanly. It did on one side, but not the other.
When I started getting and going with it, it came off all right.
Yeah, but I do like that they made it in such a way that you could not tell.
No.
And I've never seen a board game do that ever.
No.
Where it's like open up
Yeah,
the
and
board.
then flip it over and it like flips out and you have this like double the space that we had before.
The whole time.
Other thing. This whole other map.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Incredible, right? Crazy.
yeah.
Another one of my favorite moments happens very early on, maybe, I don't know, and we messaged Jeff and Jamie right after this, and they were like, you're gonna have to wait because there's some really
Oh,
good
yeah, it
secrets
gets
later.
better.
Is something I've actually seen implemented in a few other games, which is there was a hidden rules
Yeah.
underneath the inlay.
It was a fake bottom.
A fake bottom of the box.
So there was extra rules like hidden in the bottom of the
what?
box.
What?
What?
It was really cool.
It was awesome.
And that actually introduces to you the like some of the extra people who are gonna try to stop you. Like there's a spy,
Enemies and
a
a
dog, like all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like all of that gets thrown at you. Extra rules that are
Yeah.
gonna slowly be added, and that happens at least twice.
I don't see how you think that's repetitive.
Emily's really bothered by that. I think it's a problem with a lot of pick up and deliver games, right? It's like Pandemic, like all of those games. If you play it too often, can get a little repetitive, right? Yeah.
Not this one. Not this one.
I loved it though. We played it all the way through. I don't think we really ever took a break.
No.
Right? Like, no.
Once we got into it, like we were like, we have to finish this.
Yeah.
I have to see how this ends. And you can potentially lose.
Oh yeah, we never even talked about that. We got to the very, very end, right? And we got the one of the cool endings.
If you mess up one of the missions, you're donezo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you get killed. The kids
Yeah.
get killed. We became spies, right? So like that towards the very end, you have the choice. There's 4 endings. Too bad, too good. I just did 3. Too bad, too good. One of which is you joining the group that the key you find out the board game, right, is actually this this recruiting tool where they get kids who are adept at being spies to become actual spies. Like that, you slowly follow the clues, and then all of a sudden you're a real spy being sent on a real mission. And we also found out that there's this dad, the guy who's been following us this whole time, is actually trying to stop us, not because he hates us, but because he hates the guy trying to hire us, because he got his son killed. And we made the decision that even though this guy made this guy's son a spy and he was looking for revenge, like that sounded cool, we wanted to be spies. So
For sure.
we chose that path, and we ended up becoming spies. We successfully completed the final mission. There was this cool little moment where like...
It was stressful though.
Yes.
Sometimes I wasn't sure we were gonna make it.
Oh, one more thing that we need to talk about is each of the characters have extra abilities that you only unlock if you find their secrets in the campaign itself, which one of them was very tricky.
Yeah.
And we did it, and it was yours. And it was the one where we had to find something before. It led us to a mission, and then if we cheated on the mission itself, it was like, what year did John F. Kennedy become president?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And if we looked it up
and cheated,
it says you don't get this, like because you cheated on her history test or something. But if you successfully got that right, like completed that mission, which you did, we get your power up, which gave her like some extra bonus thing. Which very funny. Like I was just like, because the game was like,
are you gonna cheat?
Did you cheat?
Did you Google it?
Did you Google it? Because even in the comic, one of the kids is like, you could just Google the answer, and like, or we could just Google the answer, and it's like, oh, we could. Since you're at this point, you either completely ruin the game for yourself, or you played it, in which case, please come talk to us in the Discord about it. Like, what moment was your favorite? Don't write it in the comments below.
No.
Specifically, message us about it because again,
we don't want to ruin this for anybody.
We love this game. We highly respect Corey Knitska and Unexpected Games enough to where we've pushed over and over and over again as we've talked about it. Don't ruin it for others. I think to give it a proper like review, it's hard to not talk about how awesome some of these moments are.
Yeah.
But huge for us. Emily, any final thoughts on
Go get this game.
See you guys next time. Thanks again for watching. I'm Doolin.
I'm Emily.
And we are Tablenauts. So see you guys.